Hi guys, my name is Noel. So welcome to this channel where we'll be talking mostly about travels. Yeah, maybe people have told you that Canada is not what you think, but today I'm going to tell you some side hustles you need to consider before coming to Canada. Canada is not usually what many people paint it. Canada is a land of opportunity, but before you come to Canada, you must have to understand something. If you come to Canada through the wrong routes, through the illegal means, you will never get anything because Canada is an organized society. And being that it's organized, when you come through the wrong way, there is nothing beneficial that other people get that you get. You continue living as a prisoner until you leave Canada. So today, I'm going to tell you some side hustles that you can do and make sure if you do those side hustles while you are here in Canada, you will get better stay, get good returns, and be happy you came to Canada. I'll be right back. So, like I said, first of all, I'm not an immigration consultant. I'm just a common guy, but who has come to have some experience about this travel stuff. So I'm not in any way consulting for anything or asking you to give me anything to help you process whatever. So now, before you come to Canada, there are some certain things that if you could get as an additional perk to you, it's going to make you to be ahead of others who came same time with you. These things are not about certificates because in Canada here, anything certificate that you have, if it is not Canadian certificate, it's as good as having nothing. So there are some additional perks that we take so common back home, but here it's not common. Example, I'll be talking about both the male and the female side. So let's talk about the male side. So if you're a young guy, probably you are coming through the study route, which is a very good one. If you are coming through this process, I will advise you as a guy, try to go and learn barbing. Now, when you are a barber in Canada here, there are things they practice for barbers. If I want to cut my hair now, I'm going to book an appointment. Sometimes maybe a week, sometimes maybe 2 weeks, depending on what they have on their register. But as a student barber, you make your contacts in the school, you can go and barb anybody. Look, it's not a crime for you to barb people hair here. No. But what is a crime here is the disposal. If you don't dispose the hair correctly, maybe you just leave it on the floor and everything. That's where it's bad. So if you are a barber, you can actually do home services. Home services are not what we think in Nigeria. And let me shock you, to barb head here, depending on where you're barbing the hair, some places charge as much as 50 bucks, 50 Canadian dollars to barb hair. So imagine if you're a student and you are barbing your fellow student for 20 bucks. That's a big money. Come on. You did nothing and you're not even paying anything on this. Just go barb these people's hair. Within less than 1 hour, you are out making 20 bucks. So this is just one. Then secondly, in Nigeria, there's something we take so common. You see plumbers. If you're a plumber, that's a very big job. Some plumbers come to your house here just to help you fix a leaking tap. Before they go, you pay them 200 bucks. How much are the plumbers paid back home? Think about this. You don't need to learn the whole plumbing. No, just learn some fast skills in plumbing, like fixing of drainages and all those things. Man, that's a big box money here. Now, let me give you some insight on the female before we come back to the male. So, if you are a female and you are coming to Canada, look, this is not a joke. Go and learn hairdressing. In Canada here, we have spas, we have beauty salons and all these things. But you know that most Europeans have natural hair. So most of them don't even bother about what we do in back home as per stylists. But then when you have Africans in Canada, they want to still have that African feeling on their hair. So most of them here, they spend a huge box in doing their hair. I can tell you that some people to do hair will cost you 200 bucks as both buying of attachment and everything. Your workmanship from this job may be around 80 bucks. Now, this job you are doing, you're not even having to pay for a shop. The person that wants you to do the hair, you can go to the person's house and make the hair. Or the person can just come to your house, come to a corner in your house and make the hair. This is a big money. But unfortunately, it's not everybody that can make hair. As simple braiding as it may sound, it's money. There's no woman hair that can be braided for 20 bucks here. It's always 40, 30, 50 bucks. That's what they do. Simple braiding of the hair. I'm not talking about the most common one that we have in Nigeria, which is washing and setting. Nearly every lady in Nigeria can actually wash your hair and set your hair. But here in Canada, it's a different ballgame. Here, it is expensive to do washing and setting. I'm telling you, if you can learn this and have this skill, don't worry about how you get your contacts. If you're in the school, your contact is also there in the school. Join any Nigerian community here and post what you do. People are sure going to patronize you. Now, another thing as a lady that you have to consider when coming to Canada here is, look, every African lady is supposed to know how to cook. Yeah, I get it. Many don't know, but at least majority, 80 to 90% can cook. Cook that food very well. Cooking is not like what we do in back home. People just cook and you just come and eat. Look, if you are good with your cooking, if you are good with your frying stuff, frying buns, frying all those things, we don't have it here. There's nobody here that does frying of buns. What most people try to package here is like plantain chips and all those stuff. But I tell you, when it comes to gatherings, meetings, and all these things, people need it. People need who will prepare my mai for them. We don't have it here. And you have everything here to prepare the mai, even the easier way. So what are you waiting for? If you have these skills and you come here, you are making a good box. Why I'm saying this is that, the impression that most people have is that once you get to Canada, you have job waiting for you. Yeah, Canada is a land of opportunity, like I said before. We have jobs here, but the issue is that when you are coming from back home, from Africa, from Nigeria, you are coming without a Canadian experience. This is one. It's going to count against you. Number two, if you're a student, you are limited to only 12, 20, 20 hours of work every week, meaning that anything exceeding 20 hours, you may have to have problem with immigration status during your postgraduate work permit approval. So how do you survive? You have your rent. Yeah, you showed the government that you had proof of fund before coming, but there could be issues, there could be contingencies, there could be things that happen, and nobody knows. But then again, how do you augment this? Some of the jobs here, yes, they will pay you, but if they pay you, the money they pay you may just be for you to do transport and then feed. But then remember, you let people back home coming here, and everybody believes that once you are here, you have the Canadian dollar. Then how do you survive? So you need to upgrade yourself. Like I said, you need to do some professional exams. It may not really count because if you don't have the Canadian experience, forget about the exams. There are some people here with degrees, doctorate degrees, but they don't have the Canadian experience, so it counts negatively against them. So we have many other tips that that when you come here with is going to help you out. But tell me what you think about these ones that I've shared, and I'll be able to share more for you.